Everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about body positive New Year's resolutions, and I don't have any makeup on. All I have on is brow gel and my hair's down, and I'm going to be real with y'all. I haven't got ready today and I honestly have no bra on or anything. Good thing y'all can only see from up here but whatever. I'm just going to talk about a couple of my own resolutions, which I don't really have a lot of them. But one resolution is to film more videos without makeup. So, because I'm always filming videos with like my makeup done and stuff. But and one reason is because like a lot of times if you're big and you don't do your makeup and look all to the nines, like people think that you're sloppy and gross. I honestly don't want to care. I don't want to care what people think. If I wear makeup, if I want to wear makeup, okay, I'll wear makeup. But if I don't feel like it, why do I give a fuck what some people on the internet are going to say about it? So that's number one, which I started today already by filming this video with no makeup. And I basically just want to focus on things, and I feel like it's a lot better to focus on things that aren't appearance-y, which is a lot more body positive, I feel like, because I remember when I was insecure, all my resolutions had to do with be thin, be thin, be thin, be thin. That was literally 10 resolutions I had. That was it. It was very draining mentally, and also like it leads all to self-hatred. Like, especially as me, like I'm a person who I will never be thin, and I don't care. I don't want to be thin. But there was a time when I did not appreciate my appearance and I didn't appreciate myself for who I am. So I feel like, and at that time it was very like depressing, and the new year was a very depressing time, and a time when I would like beat up on myself like mentally. And I feel like that's just not good, and it's not healthy at all to be having like that mentality. So basically, another one that I had is to, and this isn't necessarily appearance-y, but another resolution I have is to not beat up on myself. Like if I can't, like I have anxiety, depression, and like somewhat of, which I haven't really talked about this a lot, I have some like psychosis things, which really suck, and I want to be more open about that. That's another thing. I want to be more open about the scarier parts of mental illness that I deal with that aren't just anxiety, depression, because that's all anybody talks about. I want to talk about things that are scary, because I know there's people out there that deal with a lot scarier things than just anxiety and depression. And maybe me talking about my slightly, which I know I deal with like this much of what some people that have a lot scarier mental illnesses than I have, but a lot scarier things that I have to deal with, and I'm gonna be honest with you, starting to deal with the scarier things was one of the hardest things I ever had to deal with in my life, and I want to be more open about that because I don't ever hear anybody talk about it, and I just started to really notice that you don't ever hear anybody talk about it. So that's number two. I want to be more open about my mental illness, and I want to talk more about like scarier mental illnesses and like the bias people have towards it and how people see people with scarier mental illnesses, and to not beat up on myself when I'm having a hard time, which is what I tend to do. I tend to be like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, like you're kind of a loser, like, and I need to not do that. And I feel like it's very important not to do that, because mental illness is something that there's no control over. Like, you can control some things to an extent, but you really have no control, to be real. So that's one thing. And I feel like it's important to focus on your mental health, especially in the new year when all you're seeing is images of people. Oh, you have to look this way, you have to be this way, or else you're not good enough, which I don't think is right. So I want to focus on my mental health a lot in the new year. Another body positive way to have like fitness resolutions, to have a more body positive fitness resolutions to where they're not making you like hate yourself and have like a very mentally draining time, which is focus on what you can do. Don't focus on like, oh, I have to lose this weight or I have to this. Don't focus on numbers and appearance and all that stuff, but focus on the actual fitness, not like, focus on the actual fitness, which is like, if you want to eat healthier, not restricting and not doing that kind of stuff, because that's not good at all. But if you want to eat healthier food and like, then focus on eating healthier food, but don't be like, I have to restrict myself from this and this and this, because that's never good. And when it comes to like activity, find activities that you like, and don't be like, I have to do this activity because I have to lose blah blah blah. Be like, I want to do this activity because I enjoy this activity. Find an activity you enjoy to do. If you want to move more, then do that, which I feel like is a lot more healthier for your mind and everything, which that's also another resolution that I have. I do want to like do more. Like, I'm never going to do videos on this because honestly, I'm over seeing body positive like bloggers and stuff talk about fitness, because there's enough of the good fatty archetype out there, and I'm not trying to be that. I'm trying to just be me, and I'm just trying to live my life, and I'm sharing the things I enjoy with you guys on this channel. But and another thing is, I feel like another negative thing people tend to do, a thing that can keep you from getting into that mindset of like self-hatred and stuff, is to try and limit, especially around this time of year. The first like month or two is gonna be really hard for someone who's trying to love themselves. It's very hard. Like for me right now, I'm at a place where that stuff is still mentally hard on me. Like I still limit my consumption of bullshit. Like if I tend to not watch something if I know it's bullshit, but like if I have the TV on, I'm watching MTV, I'm watching something, and they have some bullshit commercial, like turn the channel until the commercial's over. Like there's little things you can do. Like I feel like limiting your consumption of like mainstream media is very good, and also clearing out your social media to make it like a very bullshit free space, which is hard. Like nobody's perfect. You're not gonna find perfect people who aren't gonna mess up, because everybody messes up. But I feel like my social media is very much a place where I'm following a lot of things that are going to nourish my mind, versus which some of the things are just bullshit. Like they're not gonna nourish my mind. Like I follow some rappers on Instagram and like celebrity bullshit and stuff, but I tend to limit the amount of people that are posting things that are not very mentally good for me to be watching. Like I've unfollowed so many people, and I've cleared out my social media so much. Like my Instagram, I can scroll down and I don't see any weight loss shit at all, which is good, because I used to like follow all these accounts that were kind of, and I'm not saying everybody that like loses weight is negative and beats up on themselves mentally and all that, but I used to follow accounts that were literally just fat phobic as hell, and it was very bad for my mind. So I cleared all that out. Every time I see some bullshit, I unfollow. It's as easy as that. And just try to find people who look like you, which is also something that's very important, to follow people that look like yourself. Like I follow so many people right now that have like the same body as me, if not like, not the same, because nobody has the exact same body as you, but that have a similar body shape to me and a similar look to me. Which if you're like I'm a pear-shaped person, like I have hips and all that, and like I have like a curvier kind of shape, and I have like big legs and a big butt and stuff. Apple shaped, or if you have like a different shape that you're not seeing a lot, find people that have that same shape. And when you see people who are like body positive accounts, like I follow a lot of body positive accounts, and a couple that I can name off that I really love, and that really, when I look at their content, it makes me very happy, and it doesn't like it doesn't make me, it makes me go to a very positive state mentally, and like just makes me feel more body positive. Which one account that is really awesome on Instagram is Choose Life Warrior. On YouTube, xBrittany89, she's really awesome. And person, like, I like this person's account. Their body type is not at all like mine. So if you're like a smaller fat person that's like in-betweeny kind of, Loey Lane, she does really awesome videos. Another one on Instagram is Body Positive Panda, or Body Posy Panda. I can't remember how exactly it's spelled. But like, those are just a few that I can name off. Like, there are so many, and there'll be people that you can find that look like you or feel the same way you do about things. And like, even people who feel differently than you do about things, because you could always learn from that too. But yeah. So those are my tips for like having more body positive New Year's resolutions, and basically talking about my resolutions as well. So hopefully you guys got something from this. I don't know, but I'm trying to, basically this video is for people who are trying to like start out in body positivity, or even if you are already body positive and you just need some like, I don't know, more tips and stuff, because I still watch like body positive like beginner videos, and I learn things from them too, even though like I've been on a self-love journey for years, for like 3 years now. Which isn't very long, because honestly, it takes a lot of time, and it's a long time to love yourself and to have a more positive body image. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more videos from me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!